Today we're going to be going through the step-by-step process to build a dark oak fantasy custom tree. So let's get into it.
Hello there.
So here we are in a super flat world. I'm going to go over the materials first. If you're playing in survival, this is about the amount of blocks that you're going to need right here. It's about more or less. You can kind of get more if you want to be safe. We're going to go over this plot of land right here. And if you've noticed, I put a gold block facing north in case you guys need help orienting yourselves while you're following along in this video. But we have a 5x5 square patch of grass here. Facing the gold block right here, I'm just going to build the base of the tree. So we're going to start with keeping this one open. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and 1. Then, once we have that part of the base done, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 right here, go 1, 2, 3 right here, and we're going to place one block right here. Now we're going to place a shape on the block like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're just going to build out 1, 2, 3, and get a fourth one right here, delete the block underneath. Now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go right here, place this block, delete the block underneath. This is what it should look like so far. Going over to this side, we're going to place 2 blocks going outwards like this, and we're going to place a ladder as another point of reference as we're building, just so that you don't get too confused as to where everything is. I was getting myself a little bit confused, so I placed some wool here, but basically we're going to take a block here. We're going to build out like that. We're going to delete this one and place it oriented like that, and then delete this one. Now, remember, we're on the ladder side. We're going to place a block here, extend outwards by 2. This back block, place a block here, extend outwards by 2, delete this block. Then, again, we'll orient ourselves to the ladder, over to this side of the tree right here, and we're just going to go up by 1, out by 1, up by 1. Now again, we're on the ladder side, we're going to go over to this side of the tree, and we're just going to go outwards like this. These two should be out like that, extended, and just delete that block. Now on top, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to build out like that, and then build out like this at a diagonal angle. We're on that same side again, we're going to go like this, we're going to have it out like this. We're going to build another one out like this, delete it, place one block like that, and then we're going to go out by 2, deleting this block here, and the tree branches should now look like this. So the main tree branches are done now. We're going to switch over to our dark oak fences, and we're going to start getting these smaller branches in. So again, starting on the gold block in the ladder side, we're going to go underneath this branch. We're going to build out 2, we're going to build up 2, and we're going to go to this front-facing block. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. You can take a lantern block and place it now or place it later, but we're going to place it on this block right here. So on this ladder side, really quickly, I realized I missed a block. So on this branch right here, we're just going to place one more like this. And then with our fence posts along this side right here, we're going to go 1, 2. And then underneath this branch right here, we're just going to place one fence post here. Now, starting from the gold block side, we're going to go over to this singular block right here. We're going to place a fence here, here. We're going to go up by 1, and then we're going to go out by 1. Starting from the gold block side, we're going to go all the way around to this side. On this block right here, we're going to go out 1, 2, 3, and then look over here, and we're going to place 1 on this part right here. Then just look at this block right here and go 1, 2, and you're good to go. Then go over to this branch and go 1, 2, and you go out by 3. Back on the ladder side, if you go right up here to the center of the tree, you can go 1, 2, 3, and then up by 1 right there. If you want space in the canopy up here, this is not very important. You can just delete these if you'd like more space to climb up here and walk around. But we're going to keep it up here for now. Continuing on from the center, you want to look at this branch here, go 1, 2, 3. This is what your tree should look like now. There's a chance that I missed a couple of fence post placements, but this is roughly the idea that you want, and if you followed along, it should look identical to this. Up next, we're going to do the leaves canopy, and this is something that you can follow along with, but I highly suggest that you learn how to do this because it's very fun and it ends up feeling very natural, and it's a really good skill to learn, both for making trees and just terraforming in general. Problem with showing a tutorial of me placing leaves like this is that I do it very freeform, so I'm not going to be replicating the other tree. Hello. But I'm going to give you guys a rough idea of what you should do at the end of each branch. The general rule of thumb for building leaves on a tree is that the higher the point of the branches, the higher the leaves are obviously going to go. So what I do is I kind of make an encompassing almost tent of leaves around it, leaving holes between the leaves, and we're just going to place them starting on the ladder side like this. You can place them outwards like this. You can place it up like that, break a leaf out here, break here, break. And you're just going to be kind of doing this rough idea the entire time. Hopefully I'm not going too fast so that you guys can follow along. Just break a leaf here, place a leaf here, place a leaf here, and we're rotating around to this side a little bit. So you get a general idea so far of what it's going to look like. We're going to be continuing this pattern along the tree. Another thing that I like to do is have the leaves cascade downwards a little bit. It gives more depth to the tree. Make sure the tree doesn't look like it has too many holes. I've actually put quite a few here, so we're going to adjust that slightly. And if there's too many holes within the tree, you can just start placing more leaves in random spots. There, we have a rough idea of what the tree should look like. It looks like I missed a few spots here. This is the rough idea though. We're gonna swamp over to these dark oak wood logs. If you don't know how to craft these, they're pretty easy. Just place a crafting table down, you take your dark oak logs and place it in a group of 4 like this. What I'm gonna do is replace these root blocks with these just so that they're covered and they look like the base of a tree and like roots more. You're going to be replacing about 12 blocks at this base. You can do farther up in the tree, but I kind of just don't even bother at that point. I just get the first couple of layers down. Once that's completed, we're going to go back up to the top of the tree here, and we're just going to place another lantern. Now going back down, we're going to just be checking out where we want to place these red mushroom blocks. This is up to your discretion. I usually place them at the base of the tree and maybe a couple up in the canopy. You can place one next to the ladder right here, and go around to the other side and maybe place one there. You're also going to want to take however many red mushrooms you have and place them on the logs. As for detailing around the base, another set of blocks that I recommend is using moss blocks. You can use moss block and moss carpet, which both can be found inside of lush caves. You can place them right there or right there. You can replace the grass or replace a log with it. It just adds a little bit of extra depth to your build. And of course, if you grab some bone meal and you place it down, you can get some grass going. That should be the end of the tutorial. If you guys want more tutorials on custom trees, let me know in the comments down below, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
This is the outro now.